stick, kickball, ayy. God in my right hand, lost in the night, lands off in the enemy ways. Bask in the new form, looking like a newborn, my war fight every day. Core in the background, my left in the back down, get me to the feeling my pain. This my warfare, bring a whole storm here, watch me, watch me.
Alright, welcome back to a brand new video. So today we are going to be going over everything you pretty much need to know for Anime Warriors that is coming out Friday the 13th, aka either today or tomorrow for me. I don't know yet by the time this video comes out. But yeah, so first off, you're gonna be forced to summon off a random banner once you first get into the game to kind of tell you what you need to know. There are currently, 6 stars, so there are 6 tiers of characters in this game. 6 star obviously being the best, and the worst one being the 1 stars, which are the commons. So it goes by common, uncommon, rare, super rare, legendary, and I forgot what the 6-star one is, but I think it's mythical after the legendary. But those are pretty much the 6 tiers that are currently in game. So the game, unlike other anime dungeon games, you normally have a time banner where you've seen things like All Stars or Anime Mania, or unlike Anime Dimensions, that's like the one thing that isn't like the rest. But like this one, these are set banners, meaning there will always be a different banner or multiple banners that you can summon from at a different time. Obviously, the prices are kind of steep a little bit, like 500, 1,000, but you can easily grind those things out in like the first 5 hours, as long as you know what you're doing, right? Which is pretty much what this video is about. So these are the banners. If you want to know more about what's in a banner and what you can expect from it, you can just press the details button and it will show you everything you need to know. This one currently has no 6 stars, but it does have a 5 star, my bad, which is Minato and everything. So as you can see right here, these are different categories, and then it will always tell you what's in it, and it will give you the drop rate for them. So you see how Minato currently has a 1.48% drop rate, while things like Gura, Kakashi, and Zabuza have a 14.78. And that's pretty much the basics for summoning. Like, there's not much to it. Obviously, when it comes to things like the fodder banner, you won't get much out of it, because these are mostly used to get rid of your yen and for you to to feed your characters early on. Next, we're going to talk about inventory, because there is something major that you do need to know for this. So as you know, characters are differentiated through colors or their strength. I don't know the exact terms for these, but I just call them red, blue, green, gold, and purple, right? So if you ever played a mobile gacha game, you know what they are. But if you don't, pretty much these are types meaning a certain type is stronger against a certain type, and so on and so forth. So blue is stronger than red is stronger than green, and green is stronger than blue. These, for purple and gold, these are they're like twins, that are meant to be enemies with each other. Gold is mostly only strong towards purple, and purple is only mostly strong towards gold. You will do regular damage towards things like red, blue, and green. Your damage really won't change. But when it comes to purple, if you have a gold and you're using if you have a gold and someone's using purple, they will do more damage to you, but you will do less damage to them because of the type advantage. So of course you need to know your typing, especially when you're going to a certain a certain area. So you need to know what typing it has, or when you're doing infinity, like the infinite areas where you can just the wave areas where each wave, you got to be careful about those. And obviously there are artifacts. You can get artifacts from just playing the game and going through areas. Obviously there are different between there are currently 1 to 3 star artifacts. I don't have any 3-star artifacts right now because there was a bug, so I pretty much lost all mine. But pretty much what you want to do is you want to go into an area by pressing adventure. Now that you're in this area, there are 3 pathways, right? There's the DBZ one on the far right, the Naruto one, the One Piece one in the middle, and then the Naruto one on the bottom left. So these are the 3 areas that are the main 3 animes that are currently in the game. Obviously it's going to be Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, I'm pretty sure, which is the next one, which will probably be the part of the middle pathway right here, which will kind of be in the middle of the DBZ and Naruto pathway. But pretty much each area is divided into 4 difficulties. You have easy, hard, medium, and overkill. Overkill only is the best difficulty in my opinion to like farm. If you are going to farm anything, doing it on hard and medium and anything lower than that is just so you don't, because you don't have the characters for it yet. But if you do have the characters and you are able to get to like at minimum of wave like 60 by yourself on overkill on anything, when you're doing the infinite ones like the CC battle dungeon, the endless tuning exams, because these are the best place to farm, you can easily get like a good amount of crystals, and these are your main sources of crystals if you are grinding. Obviously overkill is a 1.3 exp buff, I'm pretty sure, and while hard is just a 1.15. So 1.3 and 1.15, even though it's only a small difference, it counts for a lot. Trust me when I say that, like it does count for a lot. That like small difference does count a lot when you are grinding and getting your characters up to par with everyone else. Obviously if you're just crafting, like if you don't have any good characters, obviously it's understandable if you go for something like easy, medium, or hard to get more crystals to where you can build up to getting, you know, those 5 stars or 6 stars. But it's all up to you. And some people will get confused for this one right here, for this middle pathway. For you to be able to do this middle pathway exactly, you need to finish this path, and that path right over there. So you need to do all 3 or 4 paths, because I'm pretty sure the bleach one is coming out soon by the time this video is coming out. So obviously you need to clear out all paths so you can actually do the, you know, the middle one, which is just a matchup of just everything together. So now with that in mind, now let's talk about fast leveling, like leveling fairly fast. If you are going to level, right? I do recommend that you go to like one of these 3. These 3 are the infinite runs. So do not do the One Piece one. The One Piece one will hurt. You will not do them properly. You will not be able to do them properly. Like you can do them properly, but it's the hardest one of them all. For like no reason at all, just because of the gunners. Like the regular mobs are fine, but the gunners are disgusting. I recommend doing the endless tuning because it's one of the easier ones, and I do recommend doing the the DBZ one, because again they're easier than the One Piece one. So what you want to do mainly, you want to do it on hard or overkill. You want to try if you cannot do overkill past wave 30, do not do overkill. You are not fit to do overkill, and your gem gain will probably be less than like 400. Now if you go on hard, you won't get as much gems, but you have the chance of actually getting past wave 30, and you might net your gem, like your total gem, around, like if you get to like wave 60, like around 400-500 gems maybe, if you are, or like, well, like 300 to 500 gems, not 400 to 500, 300 to 500 gems. You will be able to, you know, get that from like wave 60. And it's not that hard, because like you can do hard with just 4 stars and 3 stars. It's not that hard. But for overkill, I do recommend you get a 6 star of some sort to help you pass. If I'm going to say like which of the 6 stars you should get, I would say either most likely Kisuke, or because Kisuke is not in game, so I can't talk on him yet actually. So Mihawk is probably the best 6 star you could get for any of these, but obviously that's just that. Now in terms of artifacts, I do not recommend doing infinite. For artifacts are different. You do not do infinite for artifacts. You only do infinite for levels and crystals, because they go together. Now for artifacts and leveling, I recommend doing any of these actually, but they have to be on overkill. You could either do Leafgate Village Defenders, or Full Moon. Again, it's up to you. I do recommend like doing something like the DBZ or the or the Full Moon one, or the Naruto ones, because the One Piece ones, again, the gunners just waste your time and it's not worth it. If you want the best of the best, if you want like tier 5 artifacts, tier 3, tier 4 and all that, you need to do them on overkill. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. That's pretty much covering all the basic things that you need to know for leveling and getting your artifacts and getting better characters. As I was editing the video, I realized that I forgot to mention a few aspects of the game that, like, you know, is detrimental, right? So we're going back to the inventory section. This one is very important. Artifacts. I know I mentioned them a little like earlier when I was talking about inventories earlier, but artifacts. Artifacts are things you can get from grinding maps. You can get them from any, like, you know, what's it called? I'm pretty sure you can get them from any one of the maps, but they're a rare drop, right? So artifacts give you extra stats alongside what you already have. So artifacts are like leveling your character without actually leveling your character. So let's say you're max 120, right? You already do the most damage that you can do, but you want to do more, or you want to have more HP. That's where artifacts come in. Artifacts help boost some of your stats, certain stats. Obviously, there are bad artifacts that do, what's it called, get rid of certain stats. Like, you know, I don't know what this one is. Like, I'm being so honest with you. Let's see, like, attack. It reduces your attack by 2%. That's a bad artifact. But like this right here, all of it is plus, right? So obviously you do need to know that there are different tiers of artifacts. Snail communicators being one of the lowest ones, and I know there's 5-star ones, but not exactly either. But again, it all depends on what you find, right? Artifacts are very useful, and you need to like get them as fast as you can and get good ones, because they do change like how you run Infinite and how you grind the game overall. Let's say if we're going off just regularly, let's say my Mihawk, right? Mihawk is a great character already, right? Let's say I'm using a level 120 Mihawk and someone else is using a level 120 Mihawk, but that one has artifacts. The guy with me being with the level 120 Mihawk, let's say that we're doing the same ways, we're doing it together, we're only using Mihawk, we get to wave 30 on overkill. Let's say I would have like 400k, maybe a mil damage. Not only would he take less, that he would have more damage. His cooldown, he would be able to use his moves faster. His attack is faster. His attack speed is faster. He is faster, you know, M1s. He's faster overall because of an artifact, right? Not only would he be doing more damage than me, but his Mihawk would have a less chance to die, because his cooldowns are lower, meaning he can use his moves faster than I am. He will do more damage than me. And like, you know, those, even though there are small differences, there is still a difference that, like, you know, change the way you play the game. That's why farming for artifacts is truly needed, and it is something that you guys should try your best to get. Getting good artifacts. If you get an artifact that has a negative percentage, do not use it, I would say, because it's just not worth it. And the way you equip artifacts is obviously you need to unequip a current character, right? And you need to, what's it called? Let's say this one, I don't have it. I don't have this Uryu equipped. I go to an artifact, click on which artifact I want, and then I equip it. See, bind snail communicator, blah, blah, blah. And what's it called? Once you make sure that once you give a certain character an artifact, know that if you find a better artifact, you are going to lose the artifact that is binded to the previous character. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was very informational. I hope that you guys enjoyed the game. Without further ado, I'll catch you guys next time.